Okay, we have a problem here that we want to find the inverse function of f, and in order to find the inverse function of f, we need to actually solve for t. So the function that we have is a quadratic function, so I have v equals to 100 times 1 minus t over 50 squared. The first, I'm going to follow the steps of the PEMDAS backwards. So first thing that needs to go from here is the 100, so I will divide both sides by 100 in order to cancel the 100 out. So I have now v over 100 equals to 1 minus t over 50 squared. Now I want to get rid of the square, and in order to do that I have to take the square root from both sides. So now I have on the right side square root of v over 100 equals to 1 minus t over 50. The next step is to move the 1 to the right side. And how do I do that? Well, to do that, probably, as you remember, I have to subtract it from both sides. So I have minus 1 here. So I cancel the ones out, and I have now negative 1 plus square root of v over 100 equals to negative t over 50. The next step will be to multiply both sides by 50 in order to get rid of the 50 at the denominator. Of course, I need to put the parentheses here. Don't forget the parentheses so you can distribute the 50. Simplify the 50s and you have 50 times this parenthesis equals to negative t. Now I want t, I don't want negative t. So if I multiply both sides by negative sign, then I make this into t. So I have t equals to negative 50 times negative 1 plus square root of v over 100. So at this step I need, so the first step, as I said, is solve for t, your variable, your main variable t. The next step is that you switch the t and the v. And you have now v equals to negative 50, negative 1 plus square root of t over 100. Okay, and v is going to be nothing else than the f to the negative 1 of t. So this is your inverse function. That's your answer. Now the next step, at the next step, what I would like to do is I want also to calculate the value of the inverse of f at point v. So what does this mean? This means that inside my f of negative t here, I want to replace the t with v. Okay, how do I do that? Well, I take my function that is negative 50 times negative 1 plus square root of v divided by 100. But what is v? Well, if you